friend, welcome back to my channel. Oh hey, it's just me over here. Took the time to straighten my hair, put a full face of makeup on, and then I was like, you know what? Let's just put on my quarter zip Taylor Swift Eras Tour sweatshirt because I just want to be comfy despite doing all of that extra maintenance. Super strange, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna roll with it. Hopefully you're here for it. I have a pretty hearty, as per usual, trash talk to chat with you about. We've got really a little bit of everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and dive in with 2 declutter items. But if you wanna hop around the different things, feel free to go ahead and use those timestamps down below. All right, so 2 eyeshadow palettes. I tend to always find myself in this seesaw experience where I am looking at my palette collection and always scrutinizing it, and then yet I sometimes find myself wanting to buy palettes. It's a very strange position. It's the one area of my makeup collection where I'm sometimes tempted to want to actually start over. I think it would be so interesting knowing my makeup preferences now and what I like, what I dislike, what I'm skilled at, what I'm not skilled at, what I would actually purchase versus what I have that I feel like maybe I wouldn't have actually wanted to buy knowing what I know now, but whatever. So I have this e.l.f. palette. This came out, I don't know what winter, but I totally bought it on a whim. This is what it looks like. It is super pretty. And this is a problem I sometimes have. I typically talk myself down, but I have a harder time when it's a cheaper palette. This color story I like as a color story. As a palette that I would actually wear, no. When have you ever seen me come on camera and put any kind of look like this together? Never. And if I'm not doing it on camera, I'm certainly not doing it in real life. So this has just never even been touched by me. Regret buying. Then I have this ZC palette. This is the Fireworks 16 Colors Eyeshadow 07. I don't know if any of that is actually the palette name. This is what it looks like. This is a palette that I didn't buy it. It came as a box and I want to like it, but here's the issue. It is very warm leaning, which I am not. Those kind of colors, these oranges with orange hair, just does not read well for me. And then the glitter here, this is real glitter that I do not feel safe putting on my eyes. And then these other things here, I have these glittery types of shade in my Tati Beauty Volume 1. Is that what it's called? Texture Neutrals? Am I just saying a bunch of adjectives and not actually the name of that? I don't know. But either way, this I don't have enough of a need to keep. Also, have not used this. So I'm going to see if any sorority sisters in my life want either one of these before making the actual pitch, but just not for me. Next up, I have a primer. I have the Milani Chill Out Soothing Primer. This has wild oak extract plus ceramides. It's silicone free and it is a base. A lot of words put onto this packaging. I was interested in this because I like the idea of this soothing nature. It gave me Joa Sika primer, cooling primer vibes, which I like that product, but the packaging was horrendous, so I will not buy it again. This, it's okay. The cooling effect is there for maybe a second, but it's really not, if you're going for that, this is not the thing you want to get. Otherwise, it's a pretty generic kind of primer. I do like that it has a silicone feeling, but it doesn't feel silicone-y, probably because it doesn't have silicone in it, but it's fine. I don't think I'm gonna buy it again. I had coupons, which is why I purchased this in the first place. I'm now using the Professional that I picked up during the 21 Days of Beauty for Ulta recently, so I will use that in place of this. Again, I used it, it was fine, but nothing that I feel like I need to rebuy. I also, in the priming category, have a product that I have used a number of times, but I don't think I talk a lot about it because I don't use it up quite frequently, and it's a very niche product. This is the No. 7 Instant Illusions Wrinkle Filler. I'm not even sure this is meant to be a makeup product, but I have fine lines underneath my under eyes. It's just who I am. I also am somebody who is really animated, if you haven't noticed, with my face. So I really struggle with concealers, not having everything instantly just sink into those lines. And it's not necessarily anything a concealer can really fight against. There isn't a thick enough concealer out there that doesn't at some point go into the grooves of those lines. I have found though that this does a nice job creating like an extra layer that sort of helps fill in the fine lines. It's not perfect. It doesn't eradicate the problem entirely, but it makes it better. So I buy, or I would say I go through these like every year, maybe a year and a half. I thought for a second they discontinued it and I was so sad, but it seems like they just keep rebranding or repackaging this, and it's the same thing. Like this one has this really tricky star on it, but now they no longer have the star and it just is more plain. I don't know what's up over there, but I do like it for that purpose. And I have another one out. When that one is completely gone, I'll rebuy it because I do think it is helping my very specific needs. 2 complexion products. Very pleased with this. The first is a foundation. It is the One Size Turn Up the Base BBB cream. It claims it's the Beauty Blur Balm. The shade I have is Fair 1N. It says it's very fair for neutral undertones. I don't know what was happening. Last spring, I just found myself sucked into a bunch of these types of, I'm gonna just call them foundation, but complexion product releases. And this is the only thing from One Size I've tried. I don't follow Patrick Star. Is it Patrick Star? I think it's Patrick Star. I don't follow him, but I know about the line, whatever. But this just really, I don't know, something about it really sucked me in. I have to say, I really liked this. I thought the packaging was okay. I like the idea of it. I like the idea of this pop up here where I could squeeze them out. But as you can see on this side, it did get, I don't know why, but just icky there. I also I didn't have to cut it open. I was able to get all of it out. And there were, I think, almost a month where each week I was like, this will be the last week I use it. This will be the last week I use it. And like, it just kept going. It lasted forever. But it is a little bit too deep for me, even though it is fair, which I'm pretty sure is the lightest shade. So I had to lighten it. It's not that surprising. I would say 85% of complexion products are not quite light enough for me. So I'm used to doing a lightening drop in with this, but it's a nuisance. I'd prefer to not have to mix something if I can help it. And maybe if I got maybe if I didn't go with neutral, it would have been better. I don't know. I'm really terrible at color matching myself, especially online, which is how I bought this. But the really great thing about this that I like the most is the way it looked on my skin. It basically just looked like a nice evening of my skin tone. It was a bit more than an actual BB cream, but it wasn't like a really intense foundation. So I thought it was really nice for that. If you can find a good color match, I do recommend this because again, I was able to use it for a long time and I really like the effect of it. So thumbs up for that. Other thing I have is another holy grail. It's the Revlon Photo Ready Concealer. This I use in the shade 001 Fair. This I got turned on to, I feel like a couple of years ago at this point. I was basically looking for a blemish / like redness. I tend to get a little bit redness around my nose, underneath my chin here. And then if I have any blemishes, I just shove it on that as well. I love this because I don't have to use my finger, which is great. I do kind of pat it in with my finger, but it's just so convenient to kind of mark it on my face, such as this. I also love that when I take my beauty sponge and apply whatever foundation I'm applying or complexion product on top of it, it doesn't budge, it holds. And it's just a good color match for me. This is great. I've already bought another one. I'm using it right now. It's just fabulous. And I'm really rooting for Revlon to not disappear because I don't want to have to go without this product. All right, small beauty palette cleanser, and that is this perfume. It's the 7 Virtues Vanilla Woods. I don't know, I got this as a sample from probably Sephora, and the scent just didn't last very long on me. I don't know what that was all about, but not inspired to want to get it. Rounding this off, we're gonna do mascaras. I've got one primer. It's the Sephora Lash Craft Lash Primer. If you're new here, this is my favorite primer of all time for my lashes. This is what the wand looks like. What I'm looking for in a primer is very simple. I just wanted to add extra thickness to my lashes so that I get that leaning spider-leg effect because that's what I like, and that is great for me. I don't curl my lashes, I don't do anything else to them except put some primer on and then follow up with a regular mascara. So the first one that I have is kind of a dud. It's a brown. I tend to always have one brown mascara hanging around because I do like when I do typically like a gold look. I sometimes find it's a little bit softer to have a brown liner and brown mascara, but this, I think it's a color issue. This is their brown black from Rimmel. It's Wonder Extension. I just didn't love the look of it. Plus, this is also a pretty wet mascara, so it just, I don't think, brought a lot off, and I don't think it mixed well with the white primer. I don't know what it is. I'm making a lot of excuses for it. I didn't particularly love it, so I'm not going for it again. I'm not a big Rimmel mascara person. I just keep getting sucked in to them, and alas, I need to stop doing that. Got a few high-end mascaras I've also finished off. I have this excellent Cali Ray Come Hell or High Water. This has been getting a lot of hype, and I do think it deserves it. It looks like not a whole lot, as you can see here on the wand, but it just very seamlessly just coats my lashes and makes them look so lovely, thickened and like substantial. I just really like a hardy looking lash line, and this does that for me. I don't really struggle with particularly watery eyes, but I didn't have any issues with it flaking or anything like that, so big fan of this. Another one that I love is pricey. It's the Aaron's Faces Matcha Mascara. They used to sell this in a brown, and that was like the best brown mascara, but it was discontinued. I imagine it's because it wasn't very popular. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm hoping they'll bring it back. This is a similar story. This I don't feel like looks like a whole lot. It is on the drier side, and it is this subtle hourglass, and I feel like that's what works. I think the subtle hourglass with the drier formula really helps coat all the lashes with such a nice application of mascara. It's a good formula. This is a weighty, I'm pretty sure this is like a metal packaging. This is beautiful. I would love to have more of this. It's just one of those things where I rarely want to pay for shipping and handling. And I feel like because there is no brown, I'm less likely to go in and buy one single product. And I don't really have much interest in the other pieces of the line. So might be a while before I get that one, but I do really like it. And then lastly is a sample. This is my Rare Beauty mascara that I got in the last Sephora Favorites mascara that I purchased. This is also one of those products that I feel like deserves the hype that it is getting. This just lasted forever, and I simply love the look of it on my lashes. Oh, it's beautiful. I'm pretty sure I cashed in my coupon to get a full size of this. I don't love a lot of Rare Beauty stuff. I haven't tried a ton of it, but like the blushes were never my thing, and that was getting a ton of attention. So this worth it. Do recommend. Why don't we talk just a few boring beauty items that I have. First is this Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water. This is the all-in-one, removes makeup, cleanses, soothes. It's for all skin types. It's the pink cap one. They have a number of these. I don't really subscribe to that because I don't use this for a micellar water and the purpose you're thinking of, hence why it's in the boring beauty category. I use them alongside these. These are the Q-Tips Precision Tips. Basically, what I do is I have a smaller travel size like container that I squeeze some of this into, and whenever I'm done doing my eye makeup, I always have a little like excess shadow on my corner here where I put more shadow than the line I had going, so I had to like sharpen that up. And then I inevitably always have some mascara on my lower lashes. You've maybe noticed, maybe you haven't, I don't put mascara on my lower lashes. I have very wispy, long lower lashes, and I have always felt like, this is personal preference, that when I put mascara down there, it just looks creepy. I just look creepy and not cute. So I always clean that up because especially in the corner, I have a lot of lashes that overlap at the end, and so I tend to always get some mascara there. So I use these two things together. They are BFFs. These are hard to find. I buy them off of Amazon in like packs of 3 to 4, and this I just coupon. So I have another one of these already, but I mean, literally it takes me close to a year to use the whole thing up because I'm using it for a very small purpose every day. And then lastly, for boring beauty, I have my e.l.f. Solid Sponge Cleaner. Much like the Daily Brush Cleaner, which normally is in these videos but did not make an appearance today, I use their soap to clean my brushes. I really wish they would just sell the container and the bar soaps separate. I just don't like that I always have to buy this big plastic container multiple times, but the product in here is reasonably priced. It does a good job cleaning my brushes, keeping them nice and soft, so I do recommend. We can go ahead now and discuss nails. So I have one from Dashing Diva. These are the Magic Press. I never know what the name of this actually is. These were a little like artsy for my liking. I just think I bought them because they was like, oh, they're different, but they were like a little bit too different for me. They hung around for a while. They were just okay on my nails. The rest that I have are from Impress. So the first ones that I have are from older Impress packaging. These are called Pop Star. They're a really pretty French manicure. I just enjoy the arrow pattern on here. These were quite lovely, wore them twice through. Also have these green ones. These did not hold up. They weren't very durable on my nails. These are called First Bloom, and they're these pretty green ones. Almost have like a tropical kind of vibe to them. Again, cute, but just not super durable. They were popping off my nails pretty shortly after putting them on. I've got some of the petite ones. These are just basic pink ones. They were called Timeless Day. Nice, just baby pink kind of nail, very easy neutral leaning. And then lastly, I totally destroyed the box because I let baby girl play with them while I was doing something else, just letting her shake it, and then she broke the box apart. These are called Before Sunrise. These are like a sage green. Again, a little bit different for me. I was kind of in a green mood, if you couldn't tell, with these. Next up, we will do lotion products. I have 2 hand creams, which is astonishing to say. The first is from the Body Shop. It's the Hand Balm Almond Milk. The scent of this was just okay for me. Yeah, it didn't really excite me. I also have to say, I don't particularly love their hand creams. I just find them a little bit too thin, almost like a lotion texture. So won't buy these, but I just happen to be gifted ones. That's why I was using it up. And then it feels like I went through these really fast, but I basically have kind of put this one on hold and worked on other hand creams. It's from Arbonne. I was given a little trio, and the first one that I had, I think, was jasmine scented. It was disgusting scented, and I got rid of it. Other one that I have is on my desk at school, and I'm painstakingly working through it. And then this one, I just forced myself to use. It's the coconut scent. It's okay. It's just not a pleasant coconut scent in my opinion. And the hand cream is just fine. Like, it's nothing super great, nothing special. I've yet to come across Arbonne body products that I really actually like. Most of the ones that I have are gifted to me. I love their pea protein powder. That stuff is super delicious, but other than that, I don't like a lot of Arbonne. Then I have 2 lotions. I have another one of the Disney Resorts H2O Plus Beauty Sea Salt Body Lotion. So sad this is gone. I looked into buying a full size of this. It seems like had I gotten my act together, which at Disney with a 13-month-old baby or a 14-month-old baby, like, okay. But they, I think, still sell this at Disney property if you're there, not online. A bunch of people are selling these for dumb prices, and I'm not gonna like buy into that. I'm definitely not gonna perpetuate that terrible system. So if I were ever at Disney again or on Disney property, I would look into getting this because it is just a lovely scent and a lovely texture of lotion. And I'm surprised by that. I wouldn't say I would really have loved a scent like this, but it's super yummy. I'm sad my second one is gone. Finally, I've got the Tree Hut Whipped Shea Body Butter in Exotic Bloom. I have to tell you, I am dipping my toes into other body products that Tree Hut has. And I don't know if it's because they're just extending the line and I'm now seeing that, or if it's always existed and I just wasn't aware of it, but this was, oh God, first off, this scent. I had it as a scrub and I loved it. I don't know what the notes, I don't know what flowers are in this Exotic Bloom, but boy, is it delicious. This was a beautifully textured lotion. It like toes the line between being like almost like a water type cream. Like, it gives me similar textural vibes to my water cream that I'm currently using from The Ordinary, but it's a bit more substantial than that. Like, it's a very lovely texture. That whip descriptor adjective there, it really does capture a lot of the lightness of the lotion, but it's really nourishing and hydrating for the skin. Really liked this. It lasted a very long time. There are only 8 ounces in here, which isn't actually a lot in the lotion category, but it just, because it was thin and hydrating, took a while for me to use up, but it was a true pleasure to use this. While we're talking body products, let's talk the shower products that I have. I have 2 scrubs. I have a Tree Hut scrub. I have Moroccan Rose, which, not my favorite scent. I wouldn't say I was in love with it as a rose. I don't know what it is. It just wasn't my favorite, but the scrub is great. If you want to really truly feel like you are scrubbing a layer of your skin off, this is for you. This, I swear to you, every time I use these scrubs and then I lotion afterwards, the lotion just like sucks right into my skin. It just feels so nice. That personally is my jam. However, I have an exciting PSA mixed in here, and that is the Trader Joe's Brazil Nut Body Scrub. Oh, my friend. This scent is Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream. That's what that scent is. And I discovered this last year. I don't think last year was the first year. I could be totally wrong. I'm not deep into the Trader Joe's pool. I just like hang out in the shallow end occasionally. But this, I found this last year. They had it as a body butter and as a scrub. Got, I feel like 2 or 3 of each. And I've slowly used them over the course of this year because to me, this is one of those neutral scents that I could just use any time of year and love it. Well, they brought it back and they gave us a shower gel. So exciting because I had just finished this off. So of course I was at my local Trader Joe's. I don't know how long it's in stock for. I don't know any of that because again, I don't pay that close attention, but I bought 3 of each and I will just gradually use them over the course of the year in hopes that they bring it back every year from here on out. Lastly, I have a whipped soap from Fortune Cookie, which is the Amas Variatus. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. That feels like Latin, but I use these whipped soaps to shave with. This, however, was a dirty trader. There were these flower petals like layered through, like ribboned throughout this. What? I don't know if I missed that, if it wasn't in the description, but that was awful because it didn't go down my drain. So I would have to like pick the petals out, annoying. And if I wasn't careful, I would like accidentally put it on my leg and then go to shave and it would mess up my razor. Just bad news bears. The scent was also like nothing special. It was very like medicinal, not my vibe. So this was a 0 for 2, not a big fan of this one. I love the whip soap, but I will pay super close attention to pictures, the descriptions going forward to never again have any kind of like flowers or any things mixed into my whip soap. I do not want that. Speaking of Fortune Cookie soap, I've got 2 other products. I have the Briar Rose laundry detergent. I always place orders for these whenever we are low and I just buy a bunch all at once to kind of make the paying for shipping and handling a little less atrocious. This, oh God, literally. I bought this because it was rose scented and there were a few other notes in there that I was like, this would be so great. Oh my God, it's not nice. It's not nice. And I have 2 of these. Oh, it's so bad. The only saving grace is that I don't actually smell it on my clothes because if I did, it would be awful to be using this up. But even though this is very powerful smelling, once it's on your clothes, you really can't smell it. So it's fine. It is a good wash detergent, but I don't like the scent of that. Pray for me as I use up the second one. And then I also have their OCD hand sanitizer, which is the scent Connected by Love from their Frozen 2 line. This was a scent that I freaking love. I don't remember all the notes, but it does have plum in it, and it's just so nice. I had it in a bunch of formulations, and it disappeared, and I had a get what you get bag. It was a while ago, and I got another one of this scent. I was so jazzed. These 2-ounce ones just last forever. I have it in my cars when I mostly use it because I'll hand sanitize, particularly when I leave the gym. My hands always just feel a little, I don't know, grimy. So I'll do it after that. If I'm just in the car or like we do an activity and we come back in the car, I'll typically use hand sanitizer. So that's how I use this up. It's a lovely scent. I've definitely hit my satisfaction with this scent and I'm all good with it, which is fine anyways if you can't buy it. They typically don't have. That's the one I would say real con of this company is that unless you can keep your eyes out and catch a rebranded, like what do you call that? A repackaging. Unless you can catch a repackaging of it, you're not gonna have the scent again. They tend to just always have things in collections, but it was good while it lasted. 2 from Baby Girl. Both of these are from Bath Time. So I've got the Honest shampoo and body wash. This was sweet orange vanilla scented. Used this as a shampoo. This is fine. We're still working through things that we were gifted for her. I think we're coming close to being done with all of our Honest body products. And then I have some Johnson & Johnson's to use up. And then I have the Eucerin Baby Eczema Release Cream Body Wash. For a while I was couponing these, so I have a pretty hearty backstock of them. I am slowly working through them. They last a really long time. These are pricey, but they're worth it. I really do find that they help hydrate her skin. It's not, in my opinion, as good as the Honest eczema line, which was recently on sale, so I did place a large purchase from Honest Beauty. I think things were 25% off, maybe 30, I don't quite remember, but I will use these up and then bring those in and just hold out for another sale at Honest Beauty like I did last time. 2 hair products, which will feel ironic to talk about since my hair is straight today, but they are both hair curling products. So I have Old Faithful, the Way Wave Spray. I had about, I think, half of one coming out of hair curling season last year, which isn't like me. I tend to try to force myself to use it completely, but it just didn't work out. This one is the best. It's just so expensive. I find that it really can withstand extreme humidity, which is a lot of my experience in the New England time, but it's just so pricey. So I was panicking because I wasn't sure when the Sephora VIB sale was gonna happen, and it definitely didn't happen before my Disney trip, and I wasn't sure the half size was going to, like the half amount was gonna last me through Disney. So I found, very randomly, I don't even remember how it happened on Ulta, the Eva NYC Lazy Jane Salt-Free Wave Spray. This is, I want to say, like a fraction of the price. I feel like it was under $10 or at $10. Maybe I'm lying to you, but I feel like it was very cheap. This, I have mixed feelings about it. The sprayer, I don't really love. I find it kind of hard as like I'm bent over trying to spray my hair. And the little gadget here, which is meant to be a stopper, I think, yeah, it just sort of like moves around a little bit, which I don't love. So experience-wise, I don't love that. And then with the curling of my hair, it's very finicky. I have to get the exact right amount of spray at the exact right time where my hair isn't too wet or too dry yet. So if all the stars align, this stuff is great. It's awesome. I totally recommend it. But the stars, as you can imagine, don't always align. So that does make it tricky. I am not ruling it out though, because I like it better than using just regular like scrunch gel. So I'm using some scrunch gel right now that I happen to have from last season. I'm gonna force myself to use it up. And then what I'm gonna do going forward is I'm going to basically use one of these up and then use one of these, because I purchased 3 during the Sephora VIB sale, and 3 probably won't get me through hair curling season. But if I do like 1 and then a second one, and I might then pull this one in, kind of depending on where we're at in the summer/early September month. I don't want to talk about that because that's so far away. I don't want to just enjoy summer and not think about post-summer life. But this is like, for the price point, it's worth it to explore it compared to like the so much more money for this. But this is not foolproof the way the Way one is. To close out our chat today, I have a bunch of skincare products. We're gonna start with a declutter item that I'm gonna share with you. I don't declutter a lot of skincare, but here's where we stand. I have this Ordinary Direct Acids Mandelic Acid 10% plus HA. This product just scares me. I bought this. I have to say, I find the Ordinary a little bit of an overwhelming brand, and I don't really buy a lot from them because they have these, like, this just sounds scary, and it has all of these warnings on here and like sunburn alerts, and I'm already very anxious about sunburns being so pale and so gingerly. So this has sat in my closet for quite some time. And part of it was I was pregnant and then I was nursing, and now that neither one of those things is true, I went to bring it out and like use it, but it just scares me. So I'm just not gonna take the chance. I'm gonna just go ahead and retire that product and never touch it because it's just not for me. Okay, I have a bunch of cleansing balms to talk about. First, the one that I've had before, it's great. It's the e.l.f. Skin Holy Hydration Makeup Melting Cleansing Balm. This stuff is just delightful. I have a whole cleansing balm ranking video from all the cleansing balms that I have tried, and this rates very high on that scale. I just wish they would sell a bigger tub of it. I would even pay more for the bigger tub, but it's good. I really like that it breaks down makeup. It does not leave any marks on my contacts, which is stellar because I'm a contact lens wearer, and it just works out really well for me, so I do recommend. I also tried from a brand that I love, the Vanilla Company Clean It Zero Cleansing Balm in the Purifying. This is a new like segment of their, or extension of their collection. Vanilla PS, the original balm, that's my favorite one. That's number one out of all the cleansing balms I've tried. This stuff is great. The purifying aspect to it is it basically claims that if you have acne prone skin, this will help not perpetuate that acne, which I can totally see as an appealing byproduct of cleansing balms, because I do think they lean more in the favor of people with dry skin. They are hydrating. Personally, for me, I always double cleanse, so it doesn't really sit on my skin long enough to really absorb and over moisturize, but I like this stuff. I do two cons. It doesn't come in a like jumbo tub the way the original one does. And with coupons from Ulta or like a sale, that jumbo tub one is amazing price per ounce. But I do still like this product. I also think it's a few dollars more than the original one. I think all the ones, sorry, I have like a hair. Oh, a Luna hair, a dog hair just floating around the lips there. And you can't find it. How frustrating is that? Okay, got through that, thank you. I think it's a few dollars more, which I think with all of the ones from the like base up from the ordinary pink jar are a few dollars more. I don't quite know what justifies that, whatever, but it's good. I like it. If it ever came in a jumbo tub and I had both the pink one and this one at choice, I'd go with this one, but because I double cleanse, I'm less of a, I have to go with that one to help with my acne skin. Similar thought is the Clinique Take the Day Off Charcoal Cleansing Balm. This sucked me in, and I have to say, on my rankings, I'm not the biggest fan of the Clinique one. I'm like, it's nice and all, but it's pricey for what it is. This, I was so intrigued by. Similar to the vanilla one, it's also meant for the acne-prone skin. Here's, again, mixed feelings. I like it. It did the job. It did not leave any like makeup behind. It took all the makeup off. That was really great. However, if I was not using this in the shower, the black base of this would have been super messy. There were a couple of times before I brought it into my shower where I was using it at my sink, because sometimes I don't take a shower at night. I just take the makeup off at the sink. My whole sink was tinted like a black color. I had to like go in and actually wipe it with like a tissue to help get it all away. So that's aggravating. And to my point of, I don't want to buy the expensive version of this when I could get this and it doesn't have that charcoal tint to it. So I like this one, but I'm not out here probably gonna buy a full size. Even this, I think this was a deluxe size or like a mini version. I don't know, it was pricey, but I was just really excited to try a new cleansing balm, but I like the vanilla one better. Two masks, two interesting masks. I have this one. This is from the Body Shop. It's the Chinese Ginseng and Rice Clarifying Polishing Mask Pass. This was expensive. When I added this to my cart to get free shipping, I think it was like, I don't know, $10 maybe? Ridiculous. And it didn't do anything for my skin. I forced myself to use this. This was not a good mask. I also used up the Mugwort mask from the brand I'm From. This mask, it kind of had like Glam Glow vibes. There was like swamp creature goo in here. It wasn't necessarily hurting my skin, but it wasn't really my favorite. I tried I think I bought like a little kit from the whole line. I tried everything from the line. Everything was fine, but it just wasn't really my exact jam. I have a toner. I have the Shiseido Treatment Softener Enriched Lotion. This is for normal, dry, and very dry skin. I'm definitely not in the dry, very dry category. It was just fine. I'm not a big toner subscriber in general, except for the Polish Choice one, but I haven't used that in what feels like actual years because again, pregnant, nursing, can't use it for either one of those times. And now that I'm through the woods of that, I just haven't purchased it because I was using up things like this, but it's okay. In that same vein, I used up the One Plus Other Extra Thick Cotton Squares. I don't know, is this from CVS? Maybe from CVS? I don't recognize that brand. But these are a dupe for the Shiseido cotton squares that they sell, just the same for a fraction of the price, and I use those alongside any toner products that I have. I've got a moisturizer. This is one that I've had before. It's the Selfless by Hyram Niacinamide and Maracuja Daily Barrier Support Moisturizer. This is a lovely morning moisturizer for me. I think this is my second purchase of this. I will definitely buy it again once I'm out of the current one, which is the Omega Water moisturizer from, is it from The Ordinary? No, what's the other one? No, from the Inky List. The Inky List. Ooh, it took me a long time to get there, but yes, that is what I will buy in the future once I'm done with the Inky List one. Let's stop talking about it. And then lastly, I think I mentioned this in my last trash talk. I had an abundance of skincare samples. A lot of what drove it was when I was pregnant and then nursing, I was just too lazy to research what I could and couldn't use from samples, like I think what prompted that was I also found out early on that there was a lot of stuff I couldn't use, so I just didn't bother. So I've held onto it and trying to just use it all up. So I have this Pharmacy Green Clean Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. I've had these before. This is the nice cleansing balm, but much like Clinique, not gonna shell out the big bucks for it because it's just not better than what I have from the drugstore. Then I have the Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Daily Peel Step 1, Step 2. These are fine, but nothing that I need to buy. It's a lot of packaging for what it is. I also have from La Roche-Posay their this is sunscreen. It's all I'm gonna tell you. It's 70, it's fine. I also have another sunscreen from Higher Education. It's called Spring Break. It's SPF 30. Nothing special. It's certainly not better than the ones that I recently discovered from, what is happening to my brain? Why can I not remember brands today? Supergoop. Oh, there it is. And then I got some cleansers. I have the Caudalie Vino Pure Purifying Gel Cleanser, fine. And this one from Pigment, which is the Milk Wash Exfoliating Jelly Cleanser. Didn't love it. And then lastly, two moisturizers. The Bioma, is that how, I don't know, Moisturizing Gel Cream, not better than the the Selfless by Hyram one that I was just talking about. And then the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, I don't know, I don't get the hype. This didn't sell me on the experience. I don't know, it wasn't my favorite. So there we have it. Those are all the things that I have very happily used up out of my collection. I so appreciate you being here and hearing all of my thoughts on these items. And I'll talk to you in my next video real soon. Bye.